Hello everyone, Norma Woodcock speaking to you from Perth in Western Australia. I'd like to speak into the fifth Sunday of Easter, Year B, and the theme, Suffering Heals Us. In John's Gospel, chapter 15, 1-8, Jesus tells his disciples that he is the vine and that we are the branches. And in the first reading, Acts 9, 26-31, we hear about how Paul suffered because of the hostility he encountered from the disciples when he went up to Jerusalem. So the branches, Paul and all of us, have to be pruned so as to be fruitful. How are we pruned? I want to just share a little bit out of my own life, and this comes under perhaps the heading of passive purification, the things that come upon us that unexpectedly that actually do a work within us. Life happens to all of us. And I can remember many years ago I had back surgery, and I have a nursing background, and I was pretty cross. I had to have back surgery, and it was the equivalent of a double discectomy, and I didn't like the whole scenario. But I want to tell you that God did such a work in me through the pain, through the love of the people that came to see me, through the efficiency of the nursing medical staff. It was like some of my defences started to come down. I had to be so controlling because of the deep damage of my very young years. And even though those defences went up a little bit, they didn't come up as much. So I consider that was suffering healing me at a very deep level. But I want to talk now about what I would call active purification. Life squeezes us sometimes to show us what is in us that we may not be aware of. And my husband in his work won a trip for us and overseas, and it was led by this woman who was the guide, and I didn't like her on sight. There was something about her that annoyed me, and I didn't realise at the time. It was many years ago, but I was actually seeing something in her that I wasn't in touch with that was within myself. And the whole trip was about her, where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do and the private things that she wanted to catch up with on the trip. And it wasn't so much about the group she was taking, but it was a lot about her. And that squeezed me into realising that I was a lot like her. And it really is true that what we do is we project out there sometimes and don't like what we're not really in touch with within ourselves. And it shocked me, but then I had to do something about it, and that's why it's called active purification. I had to be aware when I started to want everything to be revolving around me, and I had to step back and think of the other person, usually my husband, or the other people involved. So I think it's a great teaching for this time, fifth Sunday of Easter, Year B. And I want to say St. John of the Cross. I'll finish with his statement. He says, God leads us down paths we would rather not go down. Isn't that so powerful? God leads us down paths we would rather not go down. But both those instances I have shared with you have been very instrumental in bringing me the peace and the joy and the love and the contentment that I experience now in God. So may God bless you, and may you have a great week, and may He show you things that need to be changed, and let life happen to you that God will bring good out of, because that's what Romans 8:28 says. He brings good out of all things for those that love and serve Him. Thanks for listening. Look forward to meeting you again next week. God bless you.